I've never heard of the official terminology for
it.
It's like the cat is in a sealed room.
You're told that a cat is in a sealed box or a room.
Well, no, actually, you're told it either is or it isn't.
Yeah.
And you don't know. You know that there's like a 50% chance that the cat is in that box.
Yes. And
the theory, I don't know exactly, but it's like the instant you look in the box, the chances change. It's pretty weird. It's like a quantum physics
Does it even
thing.
matter if the cat exists?
I have heard of this now.
It's
the
like,
cat in the box.
It's like if a tree falls in the woods and no one's there to to hear it make a sound, doesn't make a sound. Kind of same situation.
Yeah,
I think this is different.
It's like you're being told. It's the same.
Yeah. And so
when you're told
right
something,
now,
it changes the way you think.
Yeah, it's like,
did you know that you're being recorded right now?
Yes, I do know
Okay.
that. But I'm just saying.
You automatically change your awareness, and you're gonna sound differently. You're gonna act differently.
Yeah,
Andrew's
not like
that.
No,
shut up.
Gorillas in the Mist. Fucking.
This is
Jane Goodall.
that cat in the box thing was in a movie
Gorillas
called
lady.
What was it?
Gorilla Baby.
Gorilla Baby.
What?
Oh shit! It was
Gorilla Baby.
Jude Law.
You're the one.
Jude Law and Forrest Whitaker were in a movie where there were fake organs.
Repo Man.
Repo Man, yeah.
Ooh,
It started
I've never
with
seen
that, which you talked about.
Schrodinger's cat?
Yeah, it started with that, but
I've seen that, but that was not a good movie.
it was an okay movie. It ended really poorly. But I thought that was a different sort of dilemma.
Well,
the cat in the box is supposed to be something with your own perception, and is anything...
Yeah.
Is anything
what you're talking
really
about is
happening?
if you're performing a test on a subject, if it knows it's being whatever watched, then it's going to inherently behave differently.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about.
So,
I guess
I don't think
it must be the same
cat has
thing,
anything to do with that. I was just explaining.
It's actually the cat's
about.
always in the box. It's
actually
whether or not it's alive or dead. So the cat it's a scenario where
if
the
it's
cat
fucking meowing, then it's alive.
I think the idea is that it's imperceptible what's happening in the box. Like it's lead line. There's no way. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But what then?
I mean, who's killing the cats for the
Schrodinger?
Right? Like, why does he hate cats?
He just
so
hates
much?
cats. That's the thing. It's like he had an ex-girlfriend that he was like, "I got you a present."
Yeah, and then she broke up with him that day.
It's a dead cat. Because he was like,
No. He got her a present. The cat was alive. She doesn't accept it. She breaks up with him, and he just never fucking takes the cat.
And he never opens it to find out if it's because
he's like,
it
dead or alive?
I don't know. So it doesn't matter. So it doesn't.
It's only been 10 years. It could still be.
Probably alive.
Oh my god!
Right.
Cats are more.
It's safe to assume a cat will not be alive for long in a box. So in a lead box, so you can always assume it's dead.
Oh, it's a lead box.
A lead box. That's what.
Let's just imagine a lead box, airtight lead box.
Yeah. Like cat's gonna be dead. If it's alive, it was just
Why is it licky or lead?
For cats.
You know, I'm pretty sure I ate lead paint when I was a kid.
Cats.
Is that weird?
I think a lot of people did actually. I think that's why.
I just saw paint flakes and I ate them one day.
I never ate them. I just would play with them.
I remember somebody specifically saying, "Did you just eat that?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Was it lead paint? And you're like, I don't know.
Probably. All right, this is a hair club for movies.
My name's Drew.
My name's Michael.
I'm Andrew. And this week
was
Michael's pick, right?
This week I picked the film Labyrinth. Not The Labyrinth, which came out last year, I think, or this year.
And also not
Pan's
Labyrinth from like 1956, which was like a psychological thriller, like Hitchcock-style film, which I almost purchased on accident when renting this film from Amazon.
This is the 1986 Jim Henson joint.
I Googled the correct way to spell this because I was going to look it up, and I was like, oh, there are a lot of movies called Labyrinth. I thought it was Labyrinth, like Labryinth, but there's a Y and an I after the R.
Labyrinth.
But no one says it that way. Everyone says Labyrinth.
Well, it's a pretty old word.
Okay. Let's get into. We're all gonna hold on before that.
Here.
We're gonna say a word right now.
Okay.
It's spelled R-A-W. How do you say it?
What?
Say it naturally.
Raw.
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 That's raw, baby.
How do you say it normally? Say it again.
Raw.
Raw.
What? Raw.
Why do you have an L in yours?
Yeah, I got a weird. You have it too a little, Michael. You got it a little bit too.
Raw?
Actually.
Raw, like, I'm saying raw. Like, automatically.
Well, your tongue is doing something, but I don't hear the L.
Yeah, feel it. Raw.
It's like rolled.
Just don't
it's
roll
fucking
doll.
That white trash.
Anyone
out of
listening
me.
is going to kill us.
Doll.
Raw. The Rural Brewery. All right.
Anyway,
I've been told I say things weird. I don't know if you guys knew this about me.
You say things weird.
When I was a kid, I had like every speech impediment in the book and had to go to therapy.
Oh, you were one of those kids?
Yeah, and I
was
one of those kids.
Speech
but I
therapy
still get made fun of by my family for the way I say dollar, and I don't know
dollar.
And I
like with an A.
Yeah. And it's all these.
It's like that. It's that nasally. We have that same kind of.
Dollar is right.
But he's like dollar.
Dollar.
The other day I said
like we have
doll.
a weird nasally fucking situation.
Can you say the word doll?
Doll.
Now it's add
Dollar.
All right. Anyway.
Okay.
Fucking Labyrinth starring David Bowie.
I'll go ahead and say that
you hadn't seen it before.
Right. This is the first time I saw it. I absolutely loved all the puppets. They were fucking amazing.
Really?
Amazing in this movie. But if it wasn't for Jim Henson, this story itself would be completely unforgivable.
Fucked up.
Completely like
Super fucked up.
Why is this a movie kind of thing? But it's a great movie.
Is kind of like how is the like third act happen? Yeah. So I guess we should. People, you've seen this shit.
Well, we could still run through it because honestly, it's a movie I've seen so many times, and it's a little fuzzy. Like, what is really happening?
I saw this. Yeah. I saw him. Yes.
Yeah.
Even still, I was thinking the whole time, this is like a fucking Miyazaki movie or something.
Well,
I could see
to me,
this
it
movie.
seems almost like an old-timey fairy tale before they rewrote them to make them less fucked up.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, but like it kind of jumps around in these weird places, and then like they're a little like super thick metaphors and all these characters in like Spirited Away. Yeah. But that's pulling from like Wizard of Oz and all kinds of other shit too.
Yeah.
But anyway,
So, all right, this movie starts with Sarah, 16-year-old girl, is rehearsing a play in a park, and she can't remember a line from it. And she's dressed in like this old-timey gown.
Is it said that she's rehearsing for a play she's going to be in, or is she
I thought she was just like
book?
playing by herself.
Yeah. So we'll get into it more later, but this script went through a whole lot of rewrites.
Okay,
with a lot of different people.
That makes sense.
So she remembers she was late to babysit her brother Toby, a little baby. So she runs home. It starts to rain. David Bowie. That sax kicks in real early.
Yeah, it does. I was about to clock out.
Sexy sax. What do you have?
I was about to clock out.
30 seconds.
What do you have against smooth saxophone?
I like saxophone as an instrument, but it was used in the 80s. Like it was perverted in the 80s.
That's why you don't hear it anything, and it's fucked up.
Yeah.
You ever listen to Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet?
Like the saxophone during the 30s and 40s and 50s even was great.
Like jazz saxophone.
Yeah.
Even still, if you listen to whatever.
Yes. 80s. I don't know what happened.
Synth sax is what happened.
Maybe.
It's synthesizer sax.
I remember looking at an old Playboy when I was a kid, and they had an ad for a electronic saxophone.
Of course they would.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Of course they would.
Remember when
it was
Bill
like
Clinton
an 80s Playboy.
Did you get a free fedora with it when you bought it?
That would have been badass.
With a Playboy logo on it.
But saxophone.
So David Bowie comes in with the saxophone.
So she runs home. Her stepmother, who I don't know if you guys recognized her, had a pretty major role in a recent series that's ran for about 11 years.
Mad Men?
No. It's Canadian.
Oh, it's Canadian.
I don't know. But Trailer Park Boys.
She was in Trailer Park
Barb
Boys?
Leahy.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's awesome.
I haven't watched a lot of that.
That went over my head.
So anyways, she gets in trouble. Toby starts crying and she realizes he stole a toy from her room. And this is the part where I think this baby looks way too small to like get around on his own.
Especially
how did he steal a toy? Anyways,
which one did he steal?
Lancelot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lancelot.
Was Lancelot
the teddy bear?
What was the name of the dog that rode the other dog?
That was Sir Didymus.
Okay, right.
Ambrosius was the dog.
Didymus.
Also, side note, I thought I could have since I didn't see this movie before. I thought David Bowie was going to be a good guy leading her through the labyrinth, and I also thought he was going to transform out of the dog because of the hair.
Wow!
I thought they were setting that up. They had a couple of solo shots of the dog when they came home, and I was like, "Oh, that's going to be David Bowie." In the fantastical universe, was wrong completely.
No, he's an owl. He's the white owl.
I know. I didn't know that though. I
thought I was trying saxophone sounds.
Those are saxophones.
All right, so she's angry. Sarah's mad, and she wishes her brother get taken away by the Goblin King, a character in her play. Probably just being like a, kind of silly teenager. And
also, I hate to keep interrupting you, but since I didn't watch this movie before, she starts talking like saying all these lines. All of a sudden, here's a cut to fucking just nothing but goblins filling the entire frame. Scared the shit out of me. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. I wasn't expecting that.
I love it. I like that image because you don't know where they are. Are they like in the walls of the house? Yeah. Or are they just asleep there waiting?
Awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
I would have loved to have seen this when it came out in the theaters. Because a shot like that, like, holy fuck.
Fucking really smacked me.
Anyway. Especially if I was little. Like,
that's the last time I interrupted you.
Yeah, it was a little creepy. Like, when I was a kid, it creeped me out, but I still liked it.
Oh, yeah. It was freaky.
That described a lot of the things I liked when I was a kid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, okay, so
keep going, yes.
Goblins really do. All of a sudden, her brother Toby's gone. Mm-hmm. The Goblin King flies in through the window, transforming from a white owl, and he's juggling some crystal balls, and he says, look, you've got 13 hours until midnight. The clock strikes 13.
Goblin midnight.
To get through my labyrinth and save your brother. If not, he'll turn into a goblin forever. Mm-hmm. And so she meets a somewhat friendly goblin outside named Hoggle.
I thought he was a dwarf. They call him a dwarf.
They do. I think he's a bit of both.
Yeah, he's a creature. Ambiguous. Yeah. He's a creature.
A humanoid creature.
So, Hoggle's alliances are a little fuzzy. It turns out that he likes Sarah, but the Goblin King uses his relationship with her to, like, trick her
He's like a
times.
freewheeling guy. He's like a,
Yeah.
When you think for
he's wheeling and dealing, killing fairies out there with a little spray
It's hard
gun.
out there in the Labyrinth. It's hard.
Yeah, it is hard.
In this economy.
Yeah, and then there's like a couple of little missteps. She meets some friends. Ludo, the giant horned guy.
The best part of the whole
Ludo
movie.
was the best, yeah for sure.
Sarah! Right?
That was perfect.
Right? It's pretty good. I'm a practice.
That was great. that was amazing.
So, then she meets the dogs, Sir Didymus and Ambrosius. Mm-hmm. They end up at the Goblin City. There's a battle. Mm-hmm. And then,
And then they
meet the wizard.
They get to the end, but then Sarah's like, hang on.
I gotta do this alone.
Classic fantasy trope.
Yeah. MC Escher.
Even though you could come in here with me, I just feel like you should stay here.
Wait, at which point
and they're all like, okay.
Leave them? What does he
right before she goes into the Escher room.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I skipped over my least favorite part is the dream sequence where the last cruel thing that Hoggle is forced to do to Sarah is feed her this poison peach.
Oh, and when she does, ecstasy peach.
Yeah, she like falls unconscious
balls.
And gets lost in the woods.
Yeah.
And there's like a ballroom scene. It's the first time they hint that Jareth, the Goblin King, or David Bowie,
wants to marry her.
Yeah, actually has feelings for Sarah.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I do think
that's what the whole thing is.
Yeah, I have a lot of feelings.
They mentioned that just at the end, then, because
like that dream sequence is like.
I know that.
Listen to the lyrics of the song. He's like, "I love you. What am I supposed to do without you?"
I'm sure that's what it said, but like that was the last 20 minutes of the movie. Like,
yeah, I think it's supposed to be revealed that maybe this guy
slowly reveals his like.
He says, "I'll give you anything you want," but like he's still gonna turn her kid to a thing.
Well, and actually, I think there's a line. I actually quoted it. I ask for so little, just fear me, love me, do as I say, and I will be your slave.
Yeah, let me rule you.
Yeah, he says that. That's the last thing
he wants to rule Sarah just like he rules all the goblins. But I think in a way, he in a fucked up way, he kind of loves her.
Okay.
Yeah. So
he said he did all this for you.
Yeah.
It's not entirely clear.
Yeah, I have a lot of that's how it seems on the surface to me, but like I feel like this is all in her mind.
Well, I mean,
I was waiting for
that hints of that.
That's a way to interpret it.
I know another way to interpret it is that Jareth has been watching her for a long time, and maybe the play itself that she was rehearsing was like planted so that she would eventually say those magic words.
Interesting.
That would have been way cooler of an ending if like he gave her that book and she thinks it's helping her the whole time and it's actually just leading her to him. Wouldn't that be a fucking good movie? Damn. But
I think it's kind of implied.
I would just
it's never explained where that book came from.
Because the line that she can't remember, "You have no power over me," is the line that's like the magic words to banish Jareth.
I do remember that, but it's not like
the magic words to like the fucking get Toby to go away are like whatever. I wish the goblins would come and take my brother.
No, that wasn't it. It was I wish they would take you. That was it.
Yeah.
Well, but it was like.
She went through that whole big
These are
line.
obviously not magic fucking words. These are just things that you're deciding right now are the magic words.
Yeah.
And in your imagination, it's like that's like Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I guess.
Type shit. But
it's definitely
did it? Question mark. It leaves it open ended because maybe there's a labyrinth too. That's exactly why they had the fucking ending of everyone's friends at the end.
Yeah, that seemed like
pandering.
the same. That was the worst part of the movie to me.
I wish it would have ended like.
I don't think they ever intended a Labyrinth sequel.
No. But I hate when, like, kids' movies, like...
They have to have the upbeat...
Yeah, like, I feel like the point was, like, she went through this labyrinth. It's like a metaphor for her, like, coming of age, like, getting older, getting done with her childhood
thinking about shit.
But then they're like, but this is a mixed message, like, bye to my childhood, but... You know
don't say goodbye to your childhood.
Don't do it.
I think what
play with
saying,
puppets. Look at this movie.
I know. I think the message is you got to grow up sometime, but don't grow up all the way.
Too much. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Jim Henson. If you think about this, is a man I played with puppets.
He's not
going to
say
life.
like, don't grow up.
Give up your imagination. Quit.
That's true. Yeah. Jim
Come
Henson
join.
This
was all this movie was just a motivation to like maybe I'm gonna die one day and I need people to take over my business for me. And kids that watch Labyrinth are going to be like, I'm going to make puppets.
And the sad story is that he died very soon after this movie came out.
He did?
Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
You want to know a good joke?
You've told us.
What did Kermit the Frog say when Jim Henson died? Nothing.
Good Lord. Well,
you've already told that joke.
this movie was a box office disaster. The budget was $25 million, and it only made 12 point something.
It cost that much in the 80s?
Yeah, those puppets. Every single shot was in a set.
Yeah.
I know.
A different set.
Yeah, it was.
I'm sure David Bowie cost a lot.
But this movie had to have made money. It got momentum and made.
Well, so this movie came out in '86, and Jim Henson. I actually looked up how he died because I knew it was like a weird
from smoking too much weed.
No, he got a really weird bacterial infection that killed him very quickly. Like all of a sudden they thought he had the flu or something, and then like within one day he was coughing up blood. He was at the hospital and he died.
Oh my God!
It's because he sold his soul
at the age of 53.
Damn.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh
man.
I know it was very tragic. It still is tragic.
Yeah.
But apparently he was very depressed after this film came out because he had made The Dark Crystal, which was not very well received, I think.
No.
And then this one, which is a box office disaster. He never directed anything else. And even though this movie, within those 4 years, it started to pick up like a cult following even then, I still don't think it was enough. He was probably...
Maybe he killed himself.
No.
He died of a broken heart. He died of a broken bacteria.
I think it's interesting, though. I mean, I never really put this together, but was The Muppets still a TV show while he was doing these movies?
No, I think they stopped around the 70s.
They started in the 70s. They didn't last there aren't that many seasons, I don't think.
I thought it lasted a while.
I mean, maybe there are, but I feel like there are only a handful.
Maybe it's just because the Muppets are sort of timeless, and even though Jim Henson died, they kept doing them later on.
Because they exist outside of
and it's not too hard to do.
The original release was from September of '76 to March of '81.
Oh, so 5. 5 years. That's a decent run.
But then he stopped doing the Muppets and then started doing these movies?
Yeah, it sounds like it. He, I mean, he did, the first Muppet movie came out in 1979, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the Muppets Take Manhattan? Or?
But then there's also, like, Fraggle Rock.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's the best shit.
And there, I mean, he was still doing things.
Wasn't there another...
And his company with Star Wars, I mean...
Yeah.
And actually, something else I learned, George Lucas was an executive producer.
Yeah, I actually saw that. I
this,
forgot to mention that.
And he also did a treatment on the script. I mentioned there was, like, a bunch of writers. He rewrote part of the script.
It up.
It was him.
He fucked it up.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Well, there were versions of the script that were darker, that involved no music, and then when David Bowie was involved, they were like, oh, we're going to have some music.
Why? Yeah, I was about to say, why was David Bowie in this movie?
I think he probably thought it was awesome.
But like that's you gotta like let him visit the set, but you can't eventually say yes to him.
Well, he had acted. He's in other stuff.
I know he's an actor. I'm just saying, like when you bring an actor in to the point where he's all of a sudden, it's becoming a musical when it's not a musical. If I was a director, I'd be like, oh, this is fucking worst nightmare.
Jim Henson liked music. Though. That was a big thing.
Yes, he did.
Was
You're right.
Music performances.
Pretty much every one of the.
Yeah. Yes, every one of the Muppets movies has movie. I mean, every one of the Muppets movies has music.
Fraggle Rock's full of music and fucking other one.
I'm sure that's actually why David Bowie got in is because fucking I'm sure Henson loved Bowie and
it's like,
he likes
what are you
music.
gonna say no?
I know. I'm just saying if I was the director
and
I didn't want the script to be butchered, that's my first step is not let famous people jump in and start, strong-arming the script.
He probably helped sell it too, especially later on.
He made 2 music videos that helped promote.
He probably backed.
They were in this movie,
and also a lot of the hints and stuff. This was probably filmed in London because a lot of the Muppet stuff is filmed. A lot of the Henson sets are over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forget the name of the studio.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just a Henson.
I think it was filmed in both places. It was filmed on location somewhere, and then.
But that might have something to do with it, also.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Speaking of music, can I just read my favorite lyric from the? I guess it's called "Dance Magic Dance." The big song.
Yeah.
Power to Baby.
The lyric is "Slap that baby, make him free."
No, make him pee.
No, it's make him free.
Oh.
You thought it was make him pee?
I thought it was make him pee the whole time.
No. I watch everything with subtitles. I mean, once the subtitles are wrong.
Why is that okay with you then?
Why is either one okay? Slap that baby, make him free. What does that mean?
He was throwing the baby around too. That was weird.
What does it mean?
It's magic. He's making the baby jump.
Yeah, dance magic dance, baby.
Magic dance.
That was weird.
Yeah.
It was just weird. Seeing David Bowie dressed up as David Bowie playing with a baby is weird.
How'd you like his dick piece?
That's what I mean, man. There's a couple of shots where it was just
piece.
that.
Oh, then it makes it worse because he's wearing these saggy
but tight
sweat.
They're saggy, but they're very tight.
They're so frighteningly thin.
Yeah, there's
Peter Pan pants for a guy that's weighs 20 pounds.
They're Peter Pan pants designed for a woman that a guy put on, and then
I added a banana in his pants.
Yeah, there's a lot of shots.
There
was a lot of shots where it's there's his dick and balls. Wow.
There is a shot right where it's her head. And he's floating up or something. Right in front of his face.
No, there's one. Well, maybe there's another one, but there is definitely one where they're in sort of those caverns, and he comes and starts speaking to Hoggle for the first time in front of Sarah.
That's what it is.
In front of Sarah, she's on her knees or something, and at crotch level, and there's just a shot of just his crotch.
Bulge.
And her face. And I was I don't know why they kept that.
Well...
It was really weird.
They didn't have another take, and they needed it for continuity.
Maybe, but they could have...
Yeah.
There's clip. They can clip. They can focus in on just a certain part of the... They don't have to include the crotch.
I don't know, man.
Maybe that was a selling point.
Maybe he was it's David Bowie. Maybe
you gotta get all the crowds, you're right.
I have to have my crotch.
You gotta get asses in seats, and David Bowie's crotch is how you do that.
Hey, you want asses in seats? Mm-hmm. Put David Bowie's crotch in the seats.
David Bowie's crotch.
Come on and ride my crotch, David
Bowie. Besides all the bad stuff, I want to talk about the good stuff.
Yeah, that's not bad stuff.
What? How much bad stuff are you talking about?
You're right. David Bowie's crotch is not the bad stuff. That's the good stuff. But what was it? The sets were awesome.
Yeah.
The way they made, this was 85 or something.
86?
86. whatever. The way they made like that fantastical
density
place look. It was. I mean, I knew they were sets. Like, there's still that where you can tell that is a painted background, but it didn't matter because like everything in the foreground was really detailed, sort of fit the everything was coherent. Nothing was like, oh, here's a really disgusting puppet, but here's a really beautiful looking set, and here's a really disturbing image, but here's an awesome thing. Like, the sets were still disturbing, and like all the feeling you got from
built
like
a world.
Yeah, it was this.
It's an awful place.
Yeah, it's an awful place. Is a great way to put it.
I think that helps explain, like, if we're right, or if I'm right, about Jareth being in love with Sarah. I think Jareth, whether or not he's a goblin or human, I think he might be like a human that's
he's a wizard. I thought that was the point.
Or he's like a fae, like an elf, immortal, otherworldly.
Fae?
Yeah, F-E-Y. It's very like...
It's like,
It's not... It's like a classic mythology...
No, I just got a boner because you somehow knew that. I was like,
of course I know. No. I don't want boners.
This makes me excited for something else, but I'm sorry.
The new Lord of the Rings movie?
No.
Just fantasy stuff,
actually, speaking of this, what it makes me excited for is this movie inspired me in like 3 different ways that I'm not going to mention on the podcast, but I'll mention once we stop recording. Like, there was a lot of cool stuff in this movie that got my juices flowing.
Well, that's awesome. But I was going to say I don't even remember now. No, Jareth.
Oh, if he's a goblin or not.
He is stuck with these goblins. He rules them because he's a powerful wizard. But he wants to get out of here. He knows this land is awful.
It's terrible.
Like, I don't want to be here anymore.
My uncle died and I got this shit, and I'm trying to get out of here.
Yeah. I want, and at least if I got Sarah with me, it won't be as bad.
Underage babe with me. It's going to be great.
Yeah, underage babe and Sarah.
Yeah, and Sarah. Nice.
But what was it? Never mind, I forgot. But what were you gonna say?
Well, I mean, I have a lot to say. I think the film was originally inspired by art of an illustrator named Brian Froud. F-R-O-U-D.
Brian Froud.
And he did these like just guides, and it was mostly, I don't know, like Irish mythology that's sort of like bleak landscapes with goblins, gnomes, and fairies, that sort of thing. But the baby, coincidentally, his name is Toby Froud, spelled the exact same way.
What? And that's his real name. If you look at that guy, look at the...
It's just Toby.
Toby.
Well, I think they did that a lot because with child actors, all they're going to recognize is their own name, so it's like, name the...
Do yourself a favor and look at Toby's IMDb page.
So weird.
And look at the kid that he turned into.
That would be...
It's pretty...
he's got pretty
you already got it already up. It looks like an aspiring magician with like a sweet top hat.
What?
And he works on he set design or does something...
I mean, he works with Leica Entertainment, which, I gotta say, I just saw Kubo and the Two Strings, and that's
the new
best
stop motion
fucking animation to come out last year.
Yeah.
That's
really?
By
see it.
far. I have it, but not on DVD.
I have a Blu-ray now.
I mean, but not on Blu-ray. I have it I downloaded
digitally.
it.
Oh, okay.
He's the only thing he's ever acted in, Labyrinth.
Yeah. Well.
So he was the baby.
Yeah.
But you said that the artist who inspired this movie has got a name spelled the same way?
Brian Froud.
Brian Froud, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Probably a relation.
Alright, never mind. I thought they...
Specific
he
name.
worked... I think one of the first iterations of the script involved Henson and Brian Froud actually talking about it.
I see.
Which is why this movie seems like it draws so much from old folklore. You know?
Because of his drawings and shit.
Yeah, and that was a very common thing, goblins stealing babies. I mean, there's a lot...
That's like what they do.
Yeah.
They fuck shit up and steal babies and eat
So Henson was probably like, well, I'm going to make a movie where goblins steal a baby. And,
pretty simple.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie's full of, archetypes and, tropes, but, you know, whatever.
A lot like Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz.
I didn't notice this, but at the very end of the credits, Jim Henson, there's a line like, Jim Henson recognizes the enormous debt he owes to Maurice Sendak.
Oh.
Yeah.
There was a Wild War of the World Things book on her table. The opening shot. there's all this shit that is actually in the Labyrinth, which is like why I think that this is all in her mind.
Holy shit!
All the shit is in her room, but there's a Where the Wild Things are book on her shelf.
Holy shit! Wait, now why did they feel like saying that? Was it because they feel like they designed the world?
Yeah, look at Ludo, dude. Looks like
I know Ludo is because of the horns and the like really hairy.
I think just inspiration. You know, it's not like they took it directly.
Well, that's what I mean. Like it's interesting that he would say that because I didn't see any story ripoff or like.
He was just probably inspired. Maybe he probably got inspiration from that. I mean, that book was like huge.
Oh, that book was.
It's important.
Still is.
I still have that book.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
I just bought the Blu-ray of the movie actually. That movie fucked me up.
That movie was amazing.
Oh, that one with Karen O. I didn't like it that much.
You didn't like Where the Wild Things Are movie?
That movie made me cry.
Yeah, that was a great movie. It was.
I've only seen it once.
Yeah. And I love that movie.
Soundtrack too.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
Yeah. Karen O soundtrack, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, man.
Spike Jonze.
Fuck
Karen O.
Spike Jonze.
Fuck off.
It was great.
You suck, Michael. Let's go. You suck, Michael. You suck, Michael. You suck, Michael. Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Shut down. No, but
I could just list the bad movies that you like right now.
So can I.
So I agree. I agree with Michael in that case. But
fuck you guys. Fuck both.
No. What was I gonna say? The puppets in this movie were not. Did Jim Henson sort of like take a leap in this movie because what was it? Hoggle had like an animatronic face, right?
Yeah, his whole head was animatronic.
Is that the first time he's done animatronics, or is that just the one time it's been a centerpiece of like a movie?
I'm sure there were animatronics.
Yoda.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
No, Yoda wasn't animatronic.
Yeah,
I thought he was
the second.
I remember hearing that when they did the computer animated Yoda for episode 1.
Oh,
they actually looked at how the flaws in animatronics and how like. When they were trying to control facial features, sometimes the ears would move when they weren't supposed to. They included that when they did a computer animated version.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But
that's sweet.
Puppets are cooler.
Puppets are definitely cooler.
The first Yoda in whichever Empire.
Empire Strikes Back.
He's the first.
I could have sworn that was a puppet.
Like, that's a full-on puppet.
No.
But I think in Return of the Jedi, there's some animatronic elements, if I'm not mistaken. In episode 1, he's animatronic. At least in the first one, and then the other ones,
I think they redid it. Where they re-released episode 1 and made him digital again.
But in episode 1 he's animatronic.
But yeah, in the original release of
The
Phantom Menace, he was definitely animatronic still.
Yeah,
really?
For sure.
I don't know if that's true.
No, I would bet all my money.
I feel like that's right. And then the other two, he's
the other two.
I think George.
Think about it.
I think now probably he's in all 3.
Yeah,
because he fucking raped him.
That's what I'm saying. Is because they went back and just added digital shit.
Well, Andrew said he'd bet all of his money on it, and I guess we're gonna have to take.
We're gonna have to take it. We're gonna do a bet.
I don't have it on me.
Well, listen, we're gonna see what happens right now after this break. Wait.
I'm just saying. Watch out!
And we're back.
Now, I'm on the bet, by the way.
Well, we're the Hair Club for Movies.
I'm on that bet.
Please, Andrew did win that bet. I was mistaken.
Oh, by the way,
Yoda
Andrew did win that bet.
A real life
now
puppet.
He is so fucking rich.
I'm so fucking rich because they gave me my weight in gold.
Yeah. Which has no value.
I weigh something.
Sure.
Yes, Michael, what?
All right, so The Labyrinth.
Yes.
Oh, no, I forgot. I was going to say, please follow us on Instagram.
At Hair Club, the number 4 movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. iTunes would be good.
If you're listening to this on iTunes, still follow us on iTunes.
Yeah, but give us a rating.
Tell like one person.
Write something about us. You could even be mean.
Pay it forward.
I don't even care.
Tell a small
Haley
child.
Joel Osment.
Yeah, tell a small Haley Joel Osment about this.
Yeah, go back in time.
If I could have anybody listen to this, I would want
it would be Haley Joel Osment. I've spoken highly about him a few times.
Yeah, yeah. I think he's mentioned us a couple times.
Yeah, he's mentioned us too on Twitter
to Kevin Spacey.
Smith.
Oh, never mind.
He's a Kevin Smith. All right. So Labyrinth.
So what? was your favorite part of this movie? Or favorite character?
Favorite character was for sure
Ludo.
Ludo. I love his name too for some reason. It's very adorable.
There was like a kind of not great pop punk band back in the day named Ludo.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Oh man, I wonder where they got that name from.
Oh, it was 100% from this.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, Ludo was the shit. I couldn't tell if his face was animatronic too, or
yes.
Okay, it was
for sure.
All right.
His brows, his lips. Yeah. And maybe his nostrils too.
I thought maybe because I couldn't remember.
And but it looked like his bottom jaw was like hand operated or just.
That's what I mean.
Loosey,
like so, they like it was like a big bird puppet
always
where you got
something.
like one hand up here.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how that was being controlled. Like obviously, there's a person in there.
Big Bird, it was like the guy has his arm right up over his head, and then it
but
has
like
only
there
one
must have been a
oval.
stilt situation.
Yeah,
and like the arms were like
the arms always sway, but they're never doing anything particular.
Yeah, that's true.
I always thought that
stuff is so fucking cool.
I know.
Did you know that David Bowie, when Jareth is juggling those balls,
they're fake hands?
Yeah, he's got someone behind him with hands.
Oh,
yeah.
I was wondering that. I was like, "There's no way David Bowie can just do that."
Because I used to watch this.
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure I've watched this movie with commentary a couple times.
Yeah,
I've seen actually a bit of a making of, and I never even talked about. I forget his name. Terry Jones from Monty Python is listed as the screenwriter for this, and although I've said this film has gone through 25 different treatments before it was made.
25.
He's the one that is listed as like the sole screenwriter, and I think a lot of the ideas came from him. And I remember seeing a short documentary about the talking hands scene and
cool.
where he came up with it. And like he was just like messing around.
Acid.
Yeah, and he was like, "Well, I can make these funny faces with my hands." And then his idea was to do, this well of
that is my favorite part. It's scary, but I think officially that's my favorite part.
Yeah,
that was
like
so fucking creative.
Yeah,
it was very fucking creative. It was also creepy, but also creative at the same time.
And it's kind of funny. And I think part of the reason this movie is so important to me is because it involves like British comedy, Monty Python, puppets, David Bowie, and like some music that I grew up listening to, and it's just like a good fantasy movie. There aren't that many fantasy movies out there, really.
There aren't.
Not anymore, especially. The 80s was pretty ripe with them, though, I'd say.
Yeah.
And from a lot of my childhood was filled with movies like this, Neverending Story.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Now, Neverending Story, I always thought was Jim Henson too, but apparently it wasn't.
It's not. There aren't a lot of puppets in. I mean, there are, I guess, but not anywhere.
Isn't that crazy though? That like if there are puppets, you're like, is this Jim Henson?
Well, it's kind of like
that's
Kleenex situation.
Yeah,
Muppets.
Like he's got the.
Well, like Muppet is kind of like synonymous with just puppets and.
Muppets are puppets.
Yeah,
puppets are Muppets.
But it is a specific kind of way of going about.
Yeah,
I think in order to call something a Muppet, first of all, it has to come from like Henson.
Yeah,
but it is a
Studio.
specific way of building a puppet.
Which also, just the energy behind the puppet. Is you can tell if it's
giving
like from that
character.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that show? There was like a reality show on Sci-Fi, the Jim Henson's like Creature Workshop.
I think so.
It was like a competition show about making fucking animatronics and like puppets.
Oh shit!
Like
an
elimination, and the winner gets to
like
work
The Apprentice or something.
The winner gets to work at Henson.
Fuck! The winner gets that.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
dude, it's so tight.
That dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like
fuck
that
it if like
Off,
that's cool. It's still cool if they get like a prize at the end.
Fuck it.
But getting a job to work at Henson.
But you're also working at Henson while you're doing the job. So even if you just get to be on it, like it's like
it's probably pretty big for your career
for sure. You can put that on your resume and you're like golden ticket, you know?
Yeah. No. I mean that's
even if you don't
made
win.
it. That's it.
Even if you don't win.
Oh, you mean even if you don't
win. You know what I'm
win.
saying? Like you have to be on a certain level. You've been seen.
But like if you win, it's like that's the end of the line. Like you made it, baby.
Unless it sucks and they give you like a half-ass position, you know?
I see
like you didn't really fucking earn this shit.
Like you're the 4-year-old and let the big boys play kind of
for
thing.
sure.
That would suck. But at least you get to be there. I would give anything to be there.
Favorite part? I don't know if it was my favorite part, but it's an impressive thing that I thought about when I saw it this time was like there's the scene where they're crossing the bog, the disgusting bog, whatever.
Yeah, bog of smelly stench.
Yeah,
eternal stench.
Eternal stench. And the fact that there's like all these puppets and like things that are like this close to water, especially Ludo.
I was wondering that when Ludo was crossing, I was like, that's a fucking crazy thing.
And then the dog, a real dog,
went across. Yeah,
with the puppet on top. Like I just wondered, like how many? What if they fell into the water? Yeah. Was there like a trick that we're not seeing?
A depth of field thing.
It's definitely there's definitely water. Like it's like they're
maybe the water is actually up close.
I see what he's saying. Like, where
there's water on top of on the stones. There's like they're hitting it. Right. You see it. Like it's I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Maybe like behind them isn't real, but either way, like I don't know.
No, you're right. No, there was a risk.
There are so many elements, especially that scene. There's so many moving parts.
Yeah.
Like with Ludo, especially crossing that thing. Like that's a person.
That can't be easy to see. No. And what if they're slick?
And he's so fucking nimble, like seemingly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like I just wonder if maybe there is like strings that we're not seeing that keep him like balanced at least, or he just fell, or he was just good as fuck.
Yeah,
they got a guy just for that maybe. Too.
There was a part,
or he's actually a 3-inch tall puppet of Ludo for that one. That's actually really close.
And the stop motion is just so fucking advanced that we can't.
Yeah, they somehow matched the hair and for it to.
That's why the budget was so high, is because of that
just
one
that
scene.
Yeah. But once they make it across that the eternal stench thing. You see the dog with the puppet on its back, or what's his name again? Didymus.
Sir Didymus.
Yeah. Now, one of them, even though it's small, it was so impressive to me that the dog. He's on the dog and he passes Hoggle, and the puppet looks to Hoggle and says something to him while he's on the dog passing, and I was like, "There's no one in that."
Well, because there's two different models at least. There's a real dog, and with like a rag doll, Didymus, and then there's another one with the fake puppet dog.
No, but the real dog was passing Hoggle, and the puppet on top. It just slightly looked like it by accident, and it was awesome. But whatever happened, it looked so believable.
They had animatronics in that head for sure. So
I'm sure, but it's just to coordinate with the dog. Oh, I don't know why. It just seemed very.
If you notice,
astounding to me.
Whenever they use dogs, at least there's 2 instances that they used. Is that a sheepdog? Whatever kind of dog it is.
Old English sheepdog.
If you watch Fraggle Rock, that's the dog that the shopkeeper or whatever from Fraggle Rock. He has the same kind of dog. Because it's easy to turn into a Muppet too, because they have the real dog and then they have the Muppet dog, and you can't really. It's hard unless you're like, oh, that's obviously a puppet.
Yeah, you can only tell by the way it's moving.
It's such a
You're right.
So, but they use it again, maybe because Henson himself.
There's the moment when
I almost feel like I've seen those short. Henson would do introductory things for films, when they would play it on network TV, and he would interact with puppets, and I feel like I've seen him with sheepdogs.
But I feel, I think the reason that they use that dog is because you can turn.
It's easier to make look lifelike because there's not much anatomy.
What a good fucking dog! That's a dog I would love to have.
Yeah, a big sheepdog.
Goddamn sheepdog.
There's a part when Didymus falls off when they're fighting the giant robot, and the dog goes behind something, and then it cuts away back to the robot, cuts back to him yelling at the dog, but it's the puppet now, and it's just shaking its head
teeth are literally chattering.
Yeah, barely behind the thing. At first I saw it, I couldn't tell it was the puppet immediately, so I laughed my ass off.
That's why the puppet, they only use it in a few shots to little things.
Yeah, little things like that.
You don't see it as much.
So I don't know. It was very tasteful.
Well,
hilarious.
Goddamn.
I think my favorite part is probably that Goblin City scene. That's mostly just in the narrative. I think it's just exciting. The scene where Hoggle comes back and that big gate guardian robot thing with the big axe, when they take it down, and then when Ludo calls the rocks.
Yeah,
inside Goblin City.
Oh, another favorite part is when they're he fucking makes her. He throws Jareth throws the ball into the hallway thing, and then comes the kind of Indiana Jones scene with the cleaner.
Yeah.
I love that. They dive out of the way, and then you see that it's just 2 dudes
dude, that
doing I think that's
exactly what I was talking about.
Because that's a huge. All that's real.
Yeah.
It's probably moving that maybe not, but those are dudes. Those are little people on it. Look at what's it called? on a railroad, trolley.
that's what reminds something like that.
Yeah, I forget.
But that was an awesome gag.
That was awesome. Yeah. That was so cool.
Yeah, good visual.
How about you, Drew? What was your favorite part?
I think he already said.
I just said 2 different ones.
Well, did you do yours too?
I did. I said it was the hands. The hands was like one of the coolest parts.
Well, negatively, I would say this film probably suffers from the too many camels in the pie problem. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
A lot of
camels in that pie. Too
many
people working.
Too many thumbs in the
soup. Yeah. Okay, now I see what you're saying.
As far as the story,
a camel is.
The thing about these kinds of movies is the story.
A horse designed by committee.
Doesn't have to fucking mean anything.
Yeah,
but we're not the audience for this movie.
That's a good point.
Well, actually, I think we are.
Because I can't even talk about how creepy the red guys are that rip their heads off.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say that.
That freaked me out when I was a kid, and
I think we
pull her head
are
off.
The audience because I can't imagine watching this as a kid. It would fuck me up.
Really? Well,
I know. I'm sure you did.
The byproduct.
I know. I'm sure you did watch it as a kid, but I couldn't watch Dark Crystal because of this kind of shit. It's too much.
If you see that stuff from birth, then that's what I automatically think is cool. The Muppets have defined so much of what I think is aesthetically pleasing, for sure.
Okay. Maybe I'm just part of a different era because
you are.
What was it? The baby. I was wondering this the whole time when the first scene with Bowie singing with the baby, the Hoodoo Voodoo song. That I don't know how they kept that baby calm.
If you see a lot of the faraway shots, it's clearly a fake baby.
Yes, but there are parts where there's the puppets are all around the baby, and if I was a baby, I'd be freaking crying the whole time.
Yeah,
well, they honestly,
that's what I was going to say. They probably found a baby that was just
they could
just the most chill baby in the world.
Maybe
exactly.
Maybe,
I mean, they could have picked fucking any goddamn
You're right.
baby.
Yeah.
They're gonna pick the one that works the best.
Yeah,
you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I was just thinking that in the back of my head. I was like, how do they keep that baby calm?
Speaking of the scripts being rewritten so much, one of the most interesting things that was left out was a scene. So the junkyard scene, where they meet the junkyard lady.
That was an awesome scene.
That's one of the heaviest scenes.
Yeah. The message there is so pungent.
Yeah,
when the parts start sticking to her. It's so cool.
When she's putting her favorite toys all over, I was like, wow, this could be the whole movie theme. Actually,
but it's
but it's too quick.
But it's not just your childhood. It's just buy stuff. You have stuff, you'll be good, and just pack yourself away.
Well, and the whole thing starts with her getting angry that her brother took a toy from her.
Exactly.
So
I thought this was going to be that moment where the whole purpose of the movie comes to light, but it kind of is too brief.
That's one of those scenes that really made it seem like a fucking Miyazaki.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I just kept thinking in my mind of seeing.
You thought of No
Face animated.
You thought of No Face.
Well, No Face, but so many things of I guess No Face does the things.
No Face just has bunches of shit. Yeah, he loves.
But Howl's Moving Castle is kind of piles of stuff stacked on top.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but just the
unnatural things that would be too improbable.
Yeah,
to really
the ideas
exist.
in this movie are very, I feel Eastern.
Yeah,
it
could be.
It jumps from one thing to another thing. These very strange characters with weird motivations.
Yeah.
As
far as the creatures that were crafted at every stage, how there were different
bosses.
Bosses in a way, but it's different Alice in Wonderland segments, but they were
each one has its own little.
Yeah, they were different enough from each other that every time you're wow, this is even crazier than the fucking last thing. And the part with Monty Python, how I kind of knew there was a Monty Python element when they have. The part with the shield guys with a head on top and a head on bottom, that was so Python.
Well, honestly,
because it was a riddle and because it reminded me of the knight with three heads,
just the
from
banter,
Holy Grail.
Well, and with the two door knockers. Well, anyways, back to the junkyard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
Derail parts.
We keep going.
So easy.
Really good.
All right.
So there's a lot to talk about.
They left the scene out of earlier in the movie where they show Hoggle in the junkyard city going to a bar.
Nice.
And apparently he meets.
That's awesome.
The bird head guy, which
yeah.
I don't know if you knew this, but he's voiced by Frank Oz. That guy.
I didn't know that, but that's cool.
But so I just think that would have been really cool. Give
a
little bit more depth to the world.
They're doing something outside of fucking with this girl. There's on a break at lunch, having a drink.
That would be cool to have everyone just talk about the girl. There's a girl.
Just break up it.
There's a girl going through the labyrinth. She'll probably die here.
I've seen that before.
I hate the whole nostalgia. Let's reboot everything, but Labyrinth as a TV show with a new girl. Mm-hmm. That's going through the lab. You could stretch that out for however fucking long.
You probably could, actually.
Well, speaking of the future of the labyrinth,
kind of Lost.
There's an optioned I don't know exactly what option means, but there's an option screenplay.
It means someone has bought the rights to use the rights.
Okay. There's an option screenplay in the works by Nicole Perlman, a writer who worked on Guardians of the Galaxy. Uh-huh. It looks like she has a hand in a lot of upcoming Marvel films.
Interesting.
But, I mean, it was
I can tell right now
to do a reboot or a sequel?
No, a sequel of Labyrinth.
They better not fucking do CGI. They better go all puppets.
Well, I think the idea is that...
Murder them.
Because there's like a one line, on IMDb, one line, like, synopsis, and it's something like a boy is trying to save his father from the labyrinth. So I wonder if it's maybe, like, Jareth's children or something. Like, maybe there's still humans that rule all the goblins.
Well, they can't use Bowie anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It could be like his lineage or something.
You can get Toby Jones. Isn't that his name?
The character?
David Bowie's son. What's his name? Duncan.
Yeah.
Not
Duncan
Toby.
Jones.
Duncan Jones. He could direct it. Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Like, dark.
No, but seriously, if this lady who has the rights...
If Leica was involved, because they do stop motion, I feel like there might be some...
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
If this lady has half a brain, she will... contract puppets instead of CGI, because I swear to God, it's not going to be worth watching at all if it's CGI.
No, I think
but it's going to be so much more expensive.
It's going to be. Can you imagine Labyrinth, but like in that new Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland-y like CGI shit?
Gross.
That'd be awful.
Clean, polished. Everything looks real.
They don't. Not any.
No
like
one is
real,
like
just
not
an
real.
actor.
Not real. Yeah.
No one is just an actor. Everybody is like modified in some way.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's the worst.
I hated that.
So they've released a manga series that expounds upon the story of the Labyrinth.
Well, there you fucking go.
I think there's other things. There's like books that are like
because it's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I'm sure that the Japanese
love this shit. For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's already all like one.
But you're right. But you were right.
You were right. And make her a princess.
It is very Miyazaki.
That's a repeated, not just Miyazaki, but just Japanese
like folklore,
anime.
Trope.
Yeah. All kinds of shit.
Yeah. Well, so what do you guys think of Labyrinth?
Yeah, I mean...
It's a complicated one for me because in the beginning I said, great movie and I loved it, but unforgivable story. I'll give it a Michael.
Michael means you can't recommend anyone to see it?
No.
Then go Soft Drew.
Oh, wait.
Give it the minutia. See, that's
no. I don't know about Soft Drew.
Maybe I still will give it a Michael because if I recommended this to anyone but us, it'd be weird. I don't know.
Give this to your kids.
Follow your heart, man.
Let your kids see this movie.
No, I would not show this to my kids. I would if they found it on their own. Yeah, but if I showed it to them and scarred them,
you're gonna scar them no matter what.
Yes, I will.
But
on my own terms, I will scar them.
I'm gonna give this one a Drew.
Me too. Me too.
Fine, I'll give
just
it
because.
No
pressure.
I'm on the line. No, I'm on the line. That's
the hard part. We're in times
where
lines need to be drawn, and you need to stick to your line.
Stick to your goblins.
Stick to your goblins.
I'm on the line, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give it.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Only because of the recommending part.
3D. Yeah. All right. So.
All right. Well,
Labyrinth. I guess. I just wanted to say,
yes,
we did a series of unfortunate events. I don't remember what we rated the film. That series came out on Netflix. I thought it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. You watched it? I want to watch it. I like Neil Patrick Harris. So.
We also did the David Lynch Dune movie, and I don't know how to say this guy's name. Denis Villeneuve Villanova is going to direct a remake of Dune.
What?
Cool.
Yeah.
It probably deserves a proper...
how could they remake that, though? Would they just rewrite everything?
Well, they're honestly, they're not remaking the film.
They're probably remaking the books.
Okay, never mind.
That movie was
I thought if they were remaking just the film, that's already... Why would you do that?
Fucking take
it. If you don't know what he did Sicario, which is really good, and also Arrival more recently.
Wow.
Which were both awesome movies.
Sicario was great.
I'm sure the other movies he's done are good, too.
That's a great...
Both of those movies are
Arrival was sci-fi without...
Yeah. I just hope they plan on making...
right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I hope they make Dune into, like, a lot of movies.
Because that's what it's a trilogy or a few books, right?
Well, it's a lot of books. I think he wrote a lot. But I don't know if they're all even as good, but, like, even the first book could be
it seems like a really dense universe to explore. Maybe
if they do...
Maybe a movie and a series?
Dune, like...
HBO series?
2015
I wish it was
Mad
just
Max
HBO
style.
series.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That's basically, I mean, that's not too different. Similar problems they have.
Yeah, you know. I'm just saying, like, if they could fit that theme or the feeling of that, but still, you know, have all the Doom story, I think that then it's going to be a success.
I feel it. All right, well, I think it's about that time.
For the
quiz.
Quiz.
All right, well, this is going to be the movie we watched for our 50th episode.
Oh, my God.
Pretty big deal.
I've never done anything for this long.
I haven't been alive
50 in a row. Okay, so this is 2003. It'll be our first documentary.
Oh, my God. Is it Grizzly Man?
It's not Grizzly Man.
That was a good guess, actually.
It's not
I feel like you might have picked...
That's a great one.
Super Size
Me. Not a bad guess. No.
Fuck.
The stars of the documentary are from all different cultures and classes.
Okay.
It has an alliterative title.
An alliterative title?
Alliterative. To, like, the same letter.
Yes.
Okay. Alliteration, you know?
All right.
No?
No, I mean...
It has nothing to do with the novel Push by Sapphire.
Pull? Is it Pull?
You know, there was a movie based on the novel Push by Sapphire. It has nothing to do with that.
What the hell? That's got to be a riddle right there.
It is a riddle.
Uh-huh.
I just don't know it because I don't know.
Do you know what movie is based on? It's about a large...
Oh, Precious?
Precious, okay. It has nothing to do with that. Has nothing to do with that.
What
Precious
the name,
people.
though?
Precious parents.
You have to be barking mad if you don't like this information.
Precious dogs!
Precious puppies.
You fuck! I said precious dogs!
Don't you know what alliterative means?
Alliteration. It's a 53-minute documentary on Precious Puppies.
Why the hell did you pick Precious Puppies?
It's about dogs from when they're born all the way to when they get jobs and how they've evolved. Did you know, for example, that dogs have the most different kinds of breeds of all the different animals in the world? 53 minutes of puppies.
It's 53 minutes?
Episode.
Okay, good. It's not even an hour. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Strap in for this Netflix exclusive.
What the fuck?
Precious Puppies.
I want to know how you even came upon this.
Oh my
God.
Why did you... 50th episode?
Listen, who doesn't love puppies? Let me ask me. Nobody doesn't love puppies.
Most people don't like documentaries, though.
But it's
about
53
dogs.
minutes of puppies.
I can't even find it on IMDb.
Yep, it doesn't even have an IMDb page.
Oh my God.
But it's on Netflix.
You wasted the 50th.
Oh, I did not waste it, because you're going to be so filled with joy looking at all these cute puppies having jobs.
You realize no one listens to the episodes where they don't know the movie?
Precious Puppies, I think we're going to gain some listeners, because everyone likes Precious Puppies.
Okay.
Precious Puppies?
And I'm going to quiz you about different puppy facts.
There's the sequels, Curious Kittens.
Curious Kittens. But that's not as...
Curious Cats.
Cute.
Because kittens is...
Kitten, it's a alliterative.
Okay,
it's still the same
phonetic.
sound. Yeah.
It's cute kitties.
So, yeah. I'm going to have a quiz. I'm going to have a game where I ask you guys...
Dog facts.
Oh my God. No, I'll ask you dog facts.
Okay. I love dogs.
Wow, I cannot wait.
Yeah.
For our 50th episode.
50th episode.
Wow.
I figure,
You said this was on Netflix.
I will
not be able to find
it's
this
on Netflix.
otherwise.
I was honestly gonna pick W, but
really
because of times.
That would have been great.
Trying to think about more happier times. W was the way, and then I thought, no, what's even happier than thinking about George W. Bush? Fucking puppies. We need to separate from all this horrible shit that's going on, give ourselves a break, and just focus on some puppies.
Cool.
You know, remember what really makes us happy. Puppies.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the dog in Labyrinth was cool.
I liked him.
Huh?
I like dogs.
I love dogs.
Some people don't, though.
Okay, that was good.
I like puppets. Does that count?
It's the hair club for
What do you call it? Puppy
Pepito.
Hey, how quick you are sometimes.
we go.
We have a witch on our podcast. Okay, bye.